with Southern Style Off-Road. My name is Catlin George.
And I'm Hunter Mackey.
Hunter is our technician here. I'm going to be giving him a hand. We are going to be installing a roof rack on the GX460 for a customer. And I hope this helps any questions that you may have, or just basically how the thing's made and how things go together. It is a big piece of hardware. So I hope it helps out. We make 3 different roof racks. Generally, they're all the same. There's a couple little things, and we'll point those out, that are different from the 4Runner and the GX470. But today, like I said, we're going to be focusing on the GX460. So enjoy. Here we have just a pre-mocked up 4Runner roof rack that we use at Jamboree. I just wanted to show you guys kind of the difference in options that you have. There is an option for standard, clear, anodized cross rails. They're going to be silver. Lots of people ask for black, so we offer black now, and it actually is our most popular option. So you can get all black bolts, just to kind of have that really clean look. If you come around, you can kind of see, we haven't really highlighted it yet, but on the sides, you can see here, this is sideways, but you can see here and on the 460 over there, we have pre-cut light holes. This will fit the Baja flush mount reverse lights and the rigid reverse lights. So you have the option of fitting 2 of those on both sides of your vehicle and wiring them up, and they'll bolt right in. Again, 4Runner, this is our little bracket we were just talking about with the adjustable clip. That's going to help take the pressure off the roof and off the wind fairing. Generally though, everything is exactly the same across the board. When you make an order, the standard order is 8 cross rails. They can fit more than 8 cross rails. This one has 8 cross rails. You can put them wherever you want. If you stop the cross rails here, you can have your sunroof open. Some people choose to put them over the sunroof. It doesn't really affect it. You can still tilt your vent open. You can open it up all the way. We also have, you can see on the back of the roof racks, there's kind of one at an angle. You don't have to use that. The 4Runner also comes with a 2-inch bar. If you get a 2-inch bar, the reason for that is to dodge that shark fin antenna in the back. The different factories put them in different places, so you're going to have to adjust that little 2-inch bar to dodge it accordingly. The 460 and the 470 don't seem to have that problem at all.
All right, so what we're gonna start with is there's 2 notches on each of these caps, and underneath those there are 2 12mm bolts, and those are the mounting locations for the factory roof rack and the Southern Style roof rack. So we're just gonna pop those 2 bolts out, take our cap, and move on and do the rest. So I find it easier to use something like a small pocket screwdriver. It's thin enough to get in there and you just pop it out real easy. All right, so again, just grab our bolts, grab our cap. Okay, so you want to make sure that once you get your factory roof rack off, that you do have these 2 plastic sleeves in here, in each of the bolt holes.
The reason being is that the nut that the bolt screws into is these guys right here. If you're missing one, chances are it's in your headlight, and that's not fun to get out, but it's doable. Worst case scenario, you find a riv nut tool, swap the bolt out to whatever riv nut size you can fit in there. If you have a newer vehicle like this 460, you shouldn't have an issue with it. Some of the 470s we find have more issues with that, but you can work around it. So you do want to check that before you start moving forward.
We're just gonna kind of spray some detailer on here and wipe off all the residue and all the dirt that sticks up underneath the factory roof racks, just, you know, while we have a chance. And you know, you can either, all of this fills up with some dirt and some leaves, stuff like that. You can either just blow it out with a blower or vacuum it out, whatever your preference, just while you have the chance. And then at the front up here, between the sunroof and the windshield, we're actually gonna put, we give, with all the customers when we ship them, we give a clear piece of vinyl to put there to protect the paint. That keeps your wind fairing from possibly rubbing the paint. So we're gonna go ahead and install that here today.
I like to assemble the thing on the floor. It's a lot easier. And then if you have a buddy, you just pick the whole thing up as an assembly and then set it down on the roof, center it up, and bolt the thing down. You have two main rails that you can see your SSO on the side. Your logo obviously should say SSO, not 055. So left and right, you have 2 rib nuts, 4 rib nuts for the wind bearing, and your corner bracket holds these 3 together. Just to get the shape and get your cross rails standing up, I like to put your side rails here. I like to take 2 cross rails, bolt them in on front and back, stand it up, and that'll help keep everything kind of together while we put the wind fairing up. So that we're going to do that now. In your kit, you're going to have about 100-something little 1/4-20 Allen wrenches deals. So it all kind of just bolts together like a little record set. One thing you can notice in the ends of these cross rails, there's holes, 3 holes on each end. Then they're already pre-threaded. So that is what your bolt's going to screw into. In the top of the rail, you're just going to line those 3 holes up on each side and screw the bolts in. I like to kind of hand tighten everything down, not too tight, leave it a little loose. That way you can have some wiggle room. Once everything's the way that you want it, go ahead and cinch everything down with your little Allen wrench. This little guy right here, he's going to come in your kit. He's going to be your best friend for the next couple hours. All right, last thing to do to pre-assemble before you put it on the truck is we provide this, it's kind of like a weather seal. It's going to be a little bit longer than what you need. I like to put it on after these because it's gonna the corner brackets because it's gonna fit from one end of the corner bracket to the other inside. And basically, you just want to put this this squishy part. That's what's going to go on your roof, and it's going to kind of protect your roof and seal any air going underneath it. So you just kind of push it on there, slide it up, and just it'll kind of work its way around. And as we get to the end, you'll see you have a little bit of leg. You can just take some little like wire cutters or some snips and snip right through it. So it's a nice clean fit. Nice and clean. We're just going to get all of the bolts kind of started and then engaged into the threads. And from there, we'll kind of center it up and then tighten everything down.